You've been a follower of China for some time. What do you make out of what's going on right now in Hong Kong?
You know, I think in Hong Kong, what you're seeing clearly is the students and really the millennials are deciding that this is the existential threat to the rest of their lives happens to be China's infringement on Hong Kong's autonomy, which was promised to Hong Kong in the 1984 agreement between the Chinese and the British, and the 1992 agreement between the U.S. And Hong Kong, where China is supposed to leave Hong Kong to its own devices and be autonomous in its economy, its legislature, its judiciary, and this extradition bill that China tried to sneak through the Hong Kong legislature this February has erupted into this current protest movement that the students now realize, or let's say the protesters now realize, that they're fighting for their freedom and their democracy. And I think that's where you see it coming to a boiling point today at the airport.
Fighting for freedom and democracy is a noble cause, without a doubt. Is it a losing cause? As you say, there was an agreement that they would have one country, two systems. Insofar as China really wants to violate that, do the millennials, the students as you've described them, do they have any leverage against Beijing?
Yeah, I think if you look, they've basically had 10 straight weeks of protests. This is Beijing's worst nightmare, because Beijing can't come in and do what they did in Tiananmen Square and just summarily execute the protesters, because Hong Kong used to be a free and democratic society prior to the handoff in 1997. And post-97, they've been a quasi-free and democratic society with open internet. Everyone has a smartphone, and as you've seen, there have been a number of really key videos that have been proliferated on the internet that show us what's gone on, how China has moved its paramilitary troops into the Hong Kong police, and how they even dressed up as protesters this weekend and beat the protesters from behind. And all of the tactics of the Chinese are showing on video, and it's really tough for China to squelch this uprising. And I think at some point in time, what you're going to see is, you know, as we get closer to October 1st, which happens to be a very important day to China, that's the 70th anniversary of the Communist Party. Right. I think you're going to see the Chinese military move in and brutalize these protesters.